Now, if I told the 19-year-old Kino that going inside your own body on a mat, maybe once a day for 45 minutes to 60 minutes, will solve all of your problems, what would she have said?
I think she would have said, what exactly is it that I'm going to be doing on this mat?
Okay, because that same question is asked by a lot of newbies, and even people watching us are going to be like, okay, how much can you get done with alone with yourself on a rubber mat? And you're talking about it as the salvation and all of this amazing stuff. And how do you explain that to people?
Well, I guess there's two parts of it, right? So let's address the part of aloneness. Yoga is never meant to be an entirely solitary experience, although it is a solitary and individual journey. Let me explain that a little bit more. You are meant to learn from a teacher. You are not meant to sit there and think, well, what should I do today? I think I'll forward bend, or I think I'll back bend. I think I'll do this or I'll do that. You are meant to find a teacher who's a guide. And the way that the yoga practice works is that someone who's walked the path a little bit further holds a torch so you can follow in their footsteps. And then because you have a teacher, then this idea of faith and this idea of trust opens up, and this idea of understanding things that are not easily understandable by logic begin to really sort of take root in your heart. So first of all, you need a teacher. So for anyone out there feeling like, I just don't know what to do, I'm on a sticky mat and I'm here floundering around, you need a teacher. And teachers have become more accessible. My first real teacher was all the way in India, and I needed to travel all the way to India to meet him. Now you can have good guides that are available, at least at the introductory level, online. And so you can really find that connection to lineage, to practice, to tradition, and to real teachers in a just much more accessible way. So that's sort of the first one. You're never alone. Okay. You shouldn't feel like you're floundering on your own. If you do, you need a teacher.
All right, so that's part of the process, is this human connection, this trust, this learning of mastery from someone else.
Okay. Absolutely. Okay. And then the second part is really a notion that I call body intelligence. So we understand intellect, right? We understand it's measurable, your IQ, you can be sort of Mensa level IQ, you can sort of take a test and get into the gifted program as a young child. And then there's a recent development called emotional intelligence, right? The relatability and the empathy level that, a person is able to really develop. And I feel like I want to present something new called body intelligence. How much is your presence, your awareness in your body? So this sort of modern life that you were mentioning before of, we're in cities and we're running around and we have our to-do lists and we have all these things that are on our minds and we have a lot of things that are unprocessed, unfelt. So I feel like what's going on is at some moment we wake up and realize that there is an unlived life and there's an unfelt body. So there's this body that we have and we treat it, just as a place for our heads to rest on this thing and carry our heads around. And there isn't a sense of aliveness, of feeling in the body. So the first thing that yoga really asks you to do is by twisting your body into these positions that are not always comfortable, you begin to feel areas of your body that are on lockdown, that you've really exited at some moment in your life. We exit the body for a variety of reasons, primarily trauma. When the present moment is too hard for us to deal with, we cut off a part of our body and we sort of detach ourselves from it. We escape from the feeling rather than really be present to what we're feeling.
Is that intentional? Like, do I just cut off my liver or my leg? I mean, or is that just something subconscious that happens?
I think that the patterning is sort of the patterning to escape or exit or cut off a part of the body is laid at such a young age that it is not really a conscious choice. It's not like someone's, you're experiencing a difficult situation and you're like, oh, let me not feel, my legs because of this. It's because something hurts you so much. You don't have the ability to process it, to feel it. You don't have the training and the conditioning and really the mental courage to just open and be present with it. So it's an automated response. It's sort of just a natural protection that comes up. Just like when you reach your hand into a flame, you pull your hand away from the flame.
Okay.
Continue watching this fascinating conversation for free by clicking on the link below to visit our website, learn from the best minds in the world, and connect with a community of passionate people building the best versions of themselves. Just click on the link below, and I'll see you on the inside.